What is up, guys? My name is Kojoforex, aka GBP Trader, aka the Market Sniper, aka the Forex Assassin, aka King of Blues. I'm 27 years and I'm from Ghana, and for the past 7 years I've been trading the Forex market. I'm so glad you guys are here watching my first YouTube video. So join me on my journey, sit back, relax and enjoy. So I want to share with you guys how I got into Forex trading, and it dates back about 7 years ago, which is 2012 thereabout, when I was in my first year in the University of Ghana Business School. So actually what happened was that I actually wanted to be a stockbroker after school. So I was taking the professional stock brokerage course in the Ghana Stock Exchange. But along the line, when I was learning how to trade stocks, I realized that there are different aspects of the financial market. We have the stock market, the Forex market, the commodities market, the index market, and I took so much interest in the Forex market because of its easy availability and accessibility to new beginners like you and I. I actually wanted to study and be a stockbroker in the Ghana Stock Exchange. So I took a professional stock in being a stock trader. But along the line, I realized that there are different aspects of the financial market. We've got the stock market, we've got the currency market, we've got the index market, and the commodities market. So I decided to specialize in the Forex market because of its easy accessibility and then its easy penetration for especially beginners with low or very small income. So when I actually started trading, I really didn't understand what the whole Forex market was about. I'd watched some YouTube videos like a lot of beginners would do, and I still really wasn't getting the whole idea of the Forex market. So to put it in perspective, it actually took me a long time to understand the whole perspective of how the Forex market actually works. And when I mean a long time, I'm actually talking about 3 to 4 years of studies, consistent studies, before I was able to understand the whole nature of how the Forex market actually operates, right? So in my first year, in my first trial, I started trading with a $300 account. By then, I was still being taken care of by my parents, so I didn't really have so much financial obligation. So I was using part of my stipend to fund my trading account, right? Maybe it was a beginner's luck, but I didn't blow that $300. I actually doubled that $300 in a span of 4 days, right? So that sparked my interest in the Forex market, because by then I was still using my mobile phone to trade, right? So I was just buying and selling. I was using a very random support and resistance sort of a strategy, or let's say RSI, overbought, oversold, resistance, kind of an indicator, right? These days I don't trade with an indicator, but back then I was using RSI, support and resistance. When it's above the 70, I short. When it's below the 30, I buy. So scalping on the 5-minute, 1-minute time frame, buying, selling, I was able to double that $300 into $600 in a span of 4 days. And like I said, it sparked my interest in the Forex market. And the interesting aspect was that because I wanted to feel how real this market was, I withdrew that profit, including my capital, and I spent it on myself. And I realized that no, this is actually a very easy way to make a lot of money from the comfort of my home once I have a smartphone. So I started really reading around it and seeing how I could make a career of the Forex market. So unlike many beginners, my journey into the Forex market wasn't really a rough one because of my orientation, right, and then my business background, right? Sometimes I hear a lot of beginners saying they stumble upon the Forex market by somebody introducing them, and then they also wanted to find a means to make money, so they got involved in the Forex market, and then so many people end up blowing their account. Because of my perspective of the way I got involved in the Forex market from the professional perspective, I started really looking at doing things the professional way. So I didn't have, excuse me to say, Instagram traders as my look up to, but I was actually looking up to people that have really built successful careers in the industry, like Paul Jones, George Soros, Ray Dalio, who are the biggest hedge fund managers globally. If we're talking about people that are actively involved in trading the financial market and especially the Forex or currency market. I was taking professional courses, I was taking in-depth studies and reading a lot of books, tons and tons of books that gave me consistent knowledge about how the Forex market really operates in terms of the whole concept, people's strategies, people ideologies, how to really forecast the currency movement, catch tops, catch bottoms, ride on trends, ride on momentum, and stuff like that. So I took time to understand almost all the indicators that are on the MT4 and almost all systems that have been advertised as profitable even on YouTube, right? So because of that, it lengthened my learning curve, and I wasn't in any rush at all because I knew that I had 4 years for school, and then even if the forex market flopped, I could always go and get an accounting job, right? So after school, I had a very good entry-level job, which is as a revenue account officer in one of the most reputable corporations in Ghana, which is the National Petroleum Authority. So I was working as a revenue account officer for about a year, and then I had a contract to extend it, right? So I was working hard and at the same time trading alongside. So I was making income from the market and I was making income from the job as well, right? So it got to that point where it was around early 2016, 2017 thereabout, where I finally decided to call it a quit with the job market and then focus strongly, actively and consistently on forex and becoming a full-time trader. So when it comes to the real objective of this video is basically my first YouTube video to introduce you guys about how I plan on carrying my channel and then taking it to the maximum height, right? So I see a lot of people teaching so much crap on YouTube because, like I said, my experience on the market has been so long, right? For the people that know me on Instagram and have been following me for a long time, you know how I call markets tops and market bottoms to perfection, right? That's how come with the introductory part I said one of my nicknames, or AKA, is a sniper trader because of my entry level in the market, right? It took a lot of practice, a lot of dedication for me to get to that point where I could be able to find entries at the market tops and market bottoms, right? I've got to that point where I want to establish YouTube presence and then train a lot of the youth, right? 1 million youth. My objective for the next 2 to 3 years is to be able to train 1 million sub-Saharan African youth to be able to be full-time professional traders and then work from the comfort of their home or wherever they feel comfortable and be independent on their own. So that's how come I even have this shirt here, right? $1 million for 1 million youth by the end of 2022. And that is the goal I believe that I can actively achieve when you guys subscribe to this channel, support me, and then we learn and grow ahead. This is why I want to chip in something important and the drawback in my journey. So nothing has been all smooth throughout, just like the way I started sharing with you that my background, and you feel like Forex is so easy, I never had any problem, I never blew an account. I had some part of a very difficult period in my life where I came to face a lot of challenges, and I'm going to share it with you guys. So eventually, when I got to that point where I felt like I have gained some level of consistency, I sought out to a couple of friends and then my senior colleagues in the job market that look, now I've chosen a part of trading the forex market and I've got some skills. Can you guys lend me, or could you let me money some form of funds for you? About back then, the highest I had was about $1,000, right? And then another person gave me about $500. So in all, I had just $1,500 set out for myself to start trading and living off the world with $1,500. In my first 2 or 3 weeks in that journey, I lost half of each of the accounts, right? So the $1,000 became $500, and then $500 account became $250 account. And I had said to myself that I'm not going to lose this money because of a previous experience I had faced, right? To share with you that previous experience, I had a colleague who was well-funded, right? Who also was so much interested in the forex market. So we jumped in to start a partnership in trading together, right? So back then we funded our account with a $2,000 where we're trading it back and forth, just like the way I was trading my $300 account using the RSI, right? So one particular very opportune day, we were able to take that $2,000 to $4,000, right? So $2,000 to $4,000. And the interesting aspect, and then the sad, is interesting and sad at the same time, is that we lost the whole $4,000 that very day. And that was the day that changed everything in my life and in my journey in the forex market, because it brought a lot of fear to me in the market, and I felt like that was it for me. I was done in the market and I could never be a full-time trader losing $4,000 in a single day. That was it for me. So I actually took about 1 month off the market, right? I took 1 or 2 months off the market without actively trading at all, and I was reminiscing and thinking about my life and what is next for me, right? So to come back to that point where I had that $1,000 and $500 accounts, reflecting on the fact that I had lost $2,000 or $4,000 in total on the market before, I didn't want to go back to that crossroad of actively blowing an account. So when that account was 500 and then 250 half, then I was like, that was it. I'm going to call these people and hand over their money to them. So that was a very big challenge I faced, right? Many of you may have faced similar challenges or in different perspectives, right? But that was a big challenge, a big stepping stone that pulled me back and then made me realize that for me to actually succeed in this as a fund manager that I want to be, and then a hedge fund manager, actually the first hedge fund manager in Ghana that I want to be, then I have to really be patient, understand the skill set, not really rush into taking people's funds now. And then when I feel confident and understand properly how the market runs and the risk management involved in this activity, before I can set myself out. So finally, when I got to the point where I felt like I was consistently a profitable trader and I was making money on my own, posting my trade setups out on Instagram and all my social media, right, it attracted a lot of following and a lot of people became passionate about getting involved in the Forex market, but they didn't know how. And then those who were already even involved kept on losing money and then blowing their account, right? So this was the evolving of the whole Kojoforex community, right? So I set out that I am going to set up a community of traders, like-minded traders, where I'm going to be teaching them the proper way to get started in trading, at the same time teach them at a professional level my ultimate sniper entry strategy for them to be able to consistently make some money off the market on a regular basis and be able to live off trading and be able to live off trading as a full-time career and then making money off the market like that, right? So Kojoforex community has a very simple objective, which is to train interested people who want to go full-time in Forex market to get started the right way, at the same time to bring together a community of like-minded people who would always be taking trades together on the sniper entry and then making interesting money off the market on a regular basis, right? So I've got a very full cut out vision for where I'm taking this whole community to. I promise you a lot of content coming out, a lot of involvement, a lot of detailed market concepts that is nowhere online, right? Because I actually study the market from the institutional point of view, institutional trading level, right? Where I use psychological level, market inflow orders, top down levels, which is nothing online like you watch on YouTube, where a lot of people stack their trading chart with so much indicators and then you do not even know what they are trying to interpret on the market. My chart is usually very clean cut. I am a price action trader focusing solely on price action movement on the market, where I catch the market from the very top or the very bottom of the trend, right? So if you're new to this channel, I need you to subscribe. Click on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I post a new video. I promise you guys exciting video, deep content that is nowhere on the internet about the Forex market, right? Also follow me on all social media platforms, Kojoforex on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and also join the Kojoforex channel so that you become a member or a family to the Kojoforex community. Everything that I've said, I'll leave the link below in the description. Click on the link to join the channel, click on the link to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and click on the link to also join the Kojoforex community on Telegram, where I share 1 to 3 trade signals every day for free for anybody who is part of the community and make consistent income for yourself. They are all sniper entry strategies and then sniper entry trades, swing trades where I cut 200, 300 pip movement on the market, and you want to be a part of this. So catch you guys in my next video. I promise you exciting content. Remember to subscribe to the channel so that you get notified anytime a new video comes out. Exciting content ahead. Peace out.
Ooh, it's pretty at the end.